WRL has obtained a lawsuit filed by the family of a woman who died at a local assisted living center.
This comes after an employee at that center pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter.
We received the 25-page civil lawsuit into our inbox late Tuesday afternoon. The documents share that 88-year-old Lily Johnson Cooper suffered dementia and moved into Windsor Point shortly after her husband passed away. On the night of September 24, 2023, Cooper wandered into the hall where she encountered caregiver Cynthia Sellars. The lawsuit says the two argued. Sellars shoved Cooper. Cooper fell, breaking her hip, and she would later die 13 days later from her injuries.
I didn't mean no harm.
During her hearing, an apologetic Sellars pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter, receiving a 10-month sentence. At the time, Cooper's attorney had this to say about Sellars' apology.
It seemed heartfelt and sincere. I know the family is relieved that this is over, and we'll just explore other avenues going forward.
Today, we found out that other avenue. The family filed a wrongful death lawsuit. It claims 2 staff members failed to report anything that they heard to EMS, even though the 2 workers heard the disagreement between Cooper and Sellars. Later, a nurse documented Cooper's fall as an unobserved fall. But we found on page 7 it was observed by cameras. The camera captured the push and the fall. And now the family is asking for damages exceeding $25,000. The lawsuit also had additional details in that 25-page document, including a claim that the facility never informed the Cooper family on how the 88-year-old fell.
Since she pleaded no contest or guilty to the involuntary manslaughter, there is a certain level of admission and accountability that's going to carry over into the civil suit. That makes this whole case probably a little bit easier. As far as a civil case goes, this is actually a great case. Liability on this is pretty much in the bag. That doesn't mean that the attorneys and adjusters on the other side aren't going to fight it, because they will. They always do. That's part of the job, and to keep the exposure to a minimum. But the facts in this case are so bad, and I think they establish liability rather easily. So the question is really going to be damages, and that's where the argument's going to happen. Somebody at that age with dementia didn't have a really long life expectancy. There's probably not a lot of issues around people financially being dependent on this lady, so the financial support issues won't really be there. But it's going to be really more about punishing the facility for the lack of care, the lack of compassion, how far that fell below the standard for businesses that do this kind of thing. You know that your patients have all kinds of issues. You don't get in fights with the residents and things like that. That's just completely unacceptable. Obviously, it rose to the level of criminal behavior. I mean, it did result in a death, so it's going to be probably fairly substantial as a lesson to this company to train their employees, to supervise their employees, to have better policies, and to do a better job, because this is not what any family expects as the outcome of putting your family member in an assisted facility. This is sort of like the nightmare. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.